Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Command & Conquer General's 0 Hour.
Welcome indeed. Game for you today on a map that I don't think we've casted. Don't believe we have. It is a relax modified map. What is it, Callum?
It is Canyon of the Dead. I mean, it's a pretty morbid sounding name. I mean, Generals isn't that downbeat, is it? It's a bit more giddy than that. You know, all the toxins and slaves without shoes. You know, nothing needs to be so such a buzzkill.
So just to get out of the way, so we know for sure where we're going with this. Are you gonna make the Lord of the Rings reference, or am I gonna make the Lord of the Rings reference? Like, just
Canyon of the Dead.
I feel like we should sort that out early, and it's just like I was gonna make a Halls of the Dead like reference from the Return of the King, but we don't have to do that. It's just a suggestion. It seems as though
I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. There may come a day when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and abandon all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day, an hour of wolves and crushed workers, when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we send out Humvees. For Frodo.
That sounded pretty awesome. I dug that. Unfortunately, the worker did not finish digging a tunnel network. 98% feels bad, man. Though I don't know if there'll be a follow-up.
There's actually more to that, by the way. Ooh, nice.
Oh, dude! He loaded in a worker! Scuba, you legend!
Yeah, that's sick.
Here's our GLA demo. Absolute legend. That was good because that's I'm not sure if that was the tech terror. I'm pretty sure this is the fake technical and the other one was the tech terror. So this is this is a bait. This is a bait tickle?
That doesn't sound very intimidating.
A baiting technical. So this one has the terrorist inside. It also picked up a worker to finish off the tunnel networks. That was very intelligent play from Scuba, because now the tunnel network's done, Scuba doesn't have to waste the terrorists on the barracks and can just focus on taking out the supply, popping RPGs, and taking out the barracks now. So a huge cash loss here for GenMaster. Humvee went down, barracks has gone down, supply has gone down.
I think you were looking for Technobait.
Ah, there we go. Yes, Technobait would have worked out nicely. So, all right, I think that's going to be a poll. There's going to be a few conflicting entries in there.
Right,
what we think the next one. I think Technobait is pretty good. So.
The viewers will decide.
Yes.
Though sometimes they decide wrong. 'Cause the thing is with those polls, you guys don't realize them, but there is a correct answer. And when people vote for the incorrect answers, we get very upset.
Very mad. So it's a sad time. Okay. Decent sized technical army, but GenMaster finds an excellent engagement. Ah, damn, he lost a V. So that was a really good engagement until the RPG pop and the Humvees got a little bit too close. There are 4 Chinooks on the field, and GenMaster has the capture upgrade. So this game could be over very quickly unless GenMaster can recover.
Yeah,
Currently, there are a lot of units not really doing anything.
He's getting pinned into his base. He will pick off a couple of these RPGs. No sign of an ambo. Does lose 1 V, but not too bad. There he has a nice little evac. So I guess he's still mining off of this supply, just off the one supply dock.
It's just not efficient on the one supply dock. USA has the best time with this because you're limited by Chinook pickup time and not drop-off time. So it's a little bit different. So you can actually run like 2 Chinooks close, 1 Chinook far away, and it's not quite as inefficient as some other factions doing similar things, but...
Oh, wow. He gets both the barracks and the war factory. He also gets a Humvee there.
This is insane.
I was surprised that he left the terrorists for that late, rather than just dropping them behind the war factory, because he ran the risk of them being sniped down. There wasn't a retarget there. That being said, GenMaster does have the oil and the arty platform.
I'm pretty sure this Chinook is carrying Rangers as well. I think that's gonna potentially... Oh, it was Combat dropping first. I thought it was gonna fly up north and try and look for the opposite oil and platform caps, but potentially not.
Yeah, wouldn't exactly work too well given how close it is to the the tunnel.
This is another tech terror, by the way.
Yeah.
I think this is the overcommitment technical. I'm pretty sure this is one too many.
Well,
maybe it's going to sneak through, and it looks like this tunnel network's also going to be taken out. But yeah, it was one too many. Yeah, for sure. That was you can always kind of tell, and from a shoutcaster's perspective, the last one onto the war factory in barracks, that should have been the last tech terror. At that point, you should just go ham into nothing but military units and just roll your opponent, or at least force them off supplies. But that was one too many. When you've already reduced your opponent's forces, you've already moved your opponent's, put so much pressure on that your opponent's forces are inside of their base. At that point, it's really not worth going for tech terrors because there's a high possibility that they fail.
Yeah, you say that, but at the same time, there was a little engagement here. He was able to take out one Chinook and maybe even a Humvee for his troubles, but certainly the Chinook. So that actually worked out well for him because it's just continuing to limit the income. I mean, I guess he has enough Chinooks though. Another tech terror. Oh, wow, to get both of them.
Amazing.
Oh no, it doesn't go for the force fire. But the war factory's down. There is a decent Humvee army, so Scuba has to be careful. But he has so many technicals, it probably won't even matter. Especially since there's no strat center, and there won't be a strat center anytime soon.
Yeah. Look, these... Yeah. The tech terror distractions are on point from Scuba. This is the type of GLA that I hate playing against. I remember the last time I played against... Oh, who was it? Murder? I think when I was playing against Murder, and the dude just tech terrored this side and that side and every unmined building as China that I had. It was a bad time, and GenMaster's about to have a bad time with these technicals.
Well, only one Humvee's gone down so far. He's already evac'd everything. There's looking pretty good so far. No flashbangs on these ranges, but he should be able to clean up all these RPGs. Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah, it was fine, but all the V's went down and most of the missile defenders went down as well. I think, looks like one of the technicals, there was a tech terror got caught up with the rest of the technical army. So when there was an evac, they also evac terrorists. It's interesting.
What are you doing, buddy?
Combat dropping on palaces? Is that
Maybe he's
is that
looking
a thing
to surrender.
Now? So, yeah.
I'm guessing it isn't full of units at that point. Oh, he picks up a dozer. Nice save. The tech terror was about to blow up his last dozer. It does blow up his last factory.
Yeah, all the V production is constantly being halted. It's Rangers.
Nice.
5 Rangers, that's a decent chunk. The demo Rangers, if one of them gets close enough. So this one will. Trying to blow them up. 3 workers, that's pretty good. It's not a bad effort.
Pulls some technicals back. Laser Crusaders are now being built. No, actually, just kidding. It's a reinforcement pad. Not building those Crusaders.
Wouldn't make much sense with the composition Scuba's going for. Though one could be nice to do a bit of tanking, I suppose.
Oh, here we go.
They will do a lot of damage to the technicals if they try and charge in, so it's kind of understandable. About time that these started getting capped.
So Scuba doesn't have vision. I thought he did. So he will see the arty platform flashing. He sees the Chinook there if he's watching.
Yeah, it should be pretty obvious that that's getting capped now.
I don't know if there's a radar van somewhere.
The fact that behind this Scuba's gone Palace, he was also starting to get demo bikes out. That's actually really good. Demo bikes are just crazy. This is brutal.
That was so sick though, because what he did is he put the technical in front, so the technical was soaking up damage, so the demo bikes wouldn't be attacked, which allowed him to blow up the double Vs. So it's pretty interesting using technicals of all things as a damage soak.
Yeah.
But in that case, it worked very well.
Worked out really well. Nice stop micro from a GenMaster there to make sure the missile defenders start focusing down the demo bike. Still loses all the missile defenders. Yeah, GenMaster's just kept in this game by the fact he's been capturing everything, that the Rangers have been so active.
Yeah, this is a pretty big misplay that the All Derrick hasn't been destroyed. There's really no way GenMaster could defend that. Just send a demo bike over. I mean, he's sort of picking apart his base, but USA doesn't need a lot to have a strong impact.
Yeah.
If you get a few Humvees there, especially if you get search and destroy. Scuba is throwing away these demo bikes. They have been successful so far, but he has to be careful that there isn't a counterattack of some kind.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of army he has behind this is what I'm the most interested in. What are these tunnel networks? Are they actually full of anything? Is there anything inside of the tunnel networks? That's what I'm interested in. There is a Jarman on the field. That's gonna be nice. Jarman will seriously limit GenMaster's ability to push down tunnel networks.
Oh, well, that didn't connect that time.
Yeah.
And there's going to be forward Crusaders spawning from this supply drop zone. So Scuba is not denying any of these tech buildings. And there's 6 of them in total. 2 platforms, 2 supply drop zones, and 2 of the oil derricks. So that's significant.
Yeah, it is. Certainly is. I mean, with another supply up now for Scuba, he's hardly behind in terms of economy, but the fact he's allowing GenMaster all of these buildings is an issue. And the demo bikes just really aren't doing anything. These are throwaway units at this point. Unless you actually catch out the Humvees when they're doing something, you're not likely to make an impact. They really should look for an engagement when... the Humvees are focusing down tunnel work. Okay, Jarman's stuck inside the base of GenMaster. It is a demo Jarman, so he might demo stuff. Better than that, what he should do here is blow up the war factory, wait for the Chinook to drop the dozer down, and then Jarman snipe the dozer and steal it, because it should be the last dozer left alive here for GenMaster, but he does reveal the Jarman anyway, so it's kind of annoying.
Now, he's got to be careful with that timing,
Mm.
because if there was Humvees on constant production, that second Humvee would have spawned about now. Oh, he's going to get revealed.
Did he cancel?
Yeah, because I think he was worried that Humvee was going to reveal.
He's going to anyway now.
Yeah, he still should have finished it off. Yeah, I don't like how he sniped the Humvee, because it just meant that the Humvees pulled back, because they go, oh, there's a Jarman in my base. Where if you just blow off the war factory, he wouldn't have had to worry about that.
Yeah, there are a lot of better ways to play that.
So GenMaster's army is growing. The only thing he lacks is search and destroy, but he's going to have to deal with battle buses now. Those are a much more powerful transition than just keep staying on the demo bikes.
Excellent tech choice from Scuba, and also going to have to worry about demo rebel ambush soon as well. That will just slaughter this V army, and GenMaster doesn't have enough Vs to split them off into 2 groups now, so maybe splitting them when he starts attacking tunnel networks is the best bet. Like, start pushing forward, let's put the aggression on, but split up the Vs so a demo rebel ambush only gets 1 or 2 Vs as opposed to 5 or 6 as we see here.
Wow, he's actually losing Humvees. He's lost 2 of them in a row. By the way, the worst thing in the world is trying to play against demo bikes and against demo traps when you're in Australian. Because what happens then is you have half a second delay.
Yeah.
So you send your Humvees, and then you move somewhere, and then you see a demo trap, like, oh no, stop! And then by the time that you actually hit stop,
they're
already within demo trap range. And like if you have just super precise timing, you can pull it off. But it's really easy to make that mistake and just lose your whole army.
Keep in mind that the oil up the north still hasn't been taken out. Scuba being a very naughty boy and not sending just a battle bus up there to finish up. I mean, look at how many demo bikes are just getting thrown away here. Lazy Crusaders are wrecking the demo bikes.
Yeah, they're certainly much better than the Humvees are. But Crusaders not very strong versus battle buses. And it's regardless of whether or not GenMaster had these, Scuba should be capturing them himself. It's so easy to defend them. He's got tunnels all around the map, or at least on his half of the map. So I just don't understand why he isn't going for it.
It's a weird choice for sure. The battle bus is now snuck through with a Jarman inside. That's very dangerous. Going to start taking out Chinooks, but the army from GenMaster responds just in time to save them. Thankfully, the battle bus is saved by a Chinook and doesn't start auto-targeting one of the buildings and blowing itself up. This is actually where the command center's gone down. I didn't notice how much the GenMaster actually
Oh my god,
built
it's
to
the
bottom portion of this map.
He's flanking around the command center. Demo bikes came through. They took out the strat center and a dozer. And the demo bikes are covering the retreat for this battle bus.
This is much better demo bike play now from Scuba. His micro is insane. He's doing a lot with this. Battle bus still putting pressure on, still taking out Chinooks. I think one of them gets out here, but the expendable demo bikes just buy so much time because they force a micro response from GenMaster, otherwise he loses Vs.
That was so sick from Scuba, just juking around that command center. GenMaster should have split up his Humvees though. He didn't need 4 of them on one side. 2 of them probably would have been enough, but really it was the demo bikes that got him out there.
So it's the A10 going to the left-hand side. I'm pretty sure the A10 is going to focus down the supply and just take out workers. Affecting the economy is a good move still for GenMaster at this stage in the game, and should get a couple of workers. That's okay, but yeah, interesting.
He's going to catch out the battle bus. That's a nice little pickup. Oh, Demo Rebel ambush though.
Brutal.
Now the game's gonna end.
That was a really good Demo Rebel ambush because he actually saved all of these RPGs in the Jarman.
Oh.
And even gets a snipe off on the other V. That's brutal. What a great play. That was brilliant. I mean, oh god, no! Oh no! It's a GLE, no!
He gets the scrap as well.
It's a GLV. It's a
GLV.
GLV. Make it stop. I don't want there to be a GLV. That shouldn't be a thing. I would just GG as GenMaster if I saw the GLV. As soon as he sees the GLV, he's GGing out.
Yeah, would you rather your opponent steals a Humvee or an Emperor Overlord?
Bro, Emperor Overlord for sure. I can deal with an Emperor Overlord. I can flank that turret. There ain't no flanking a V. Admittedly, Scuba won't have Search and Destroy, but still I wouldn't want to face that thing.
Nor will he
No,
have an
thank you.
ambo, but he has the tunnel heal.
Oy.
Yeah, that's the thing with when GLA steals Overlords. The GLA Overlords are significantly better than the Chinese Overlords because they can tunnel pop.
Yeah. Yeah, tunnel popping Overlords is just freaking ridiculous. I mean, like, the strongest equivalent unit for GLA would be a Battle Bus, but even then it's nowhere near as bad as an Overlord is, so.
Yeah. Like in that game we casted with a double tunnel popping against the helixes.
Yeah, it was insane. So yeah, like the battle buses have a significant amount of health, especially with scrap, but the Overlord is just in a whole nother class. So I don't know what the GLV is doing. That's what I'm most interested in, I'd say. So we're starting to get punished for just throwing away units now. Why is one unpowered and the other one isn't?
Yeah, well,
That's a good point, Callum. Yes, that you were going to bring up. So yeah.
and why did he leave it? Is that there must be a GLA. Is that? Oh, that's empty. That's why. Because it's empty. It doesn't have a player name.
Oh,
Shouldn't it have a
right.
player
So when
name?
they get sniped, they go unpowered as well, or? Well, can GLA capture laser when they don't have power? Maybe it is captured. I don't know.
Yeah, because I would assume that if it's sniped, it just gets neutraled without having low power. Maybe he attempted to.
Yeah, I don't know how that interaction works. I would have to check on it. Okay, counterattack is the decision here from GenMaster. Pretty smart given Scuba has tunnel networks. There's going to be an RD platform down, and the first thing that GenMaster goes for is the tunnel network. This is a good play. And he's go straight for the tunnel network, deny any reinforcements to this area, and at least take out the supply. That's a good play.
There it is.
Yeah.
Now he is one RPG down because there's a Jarman in there.
And this will be fairly slow to take out the majority of the building, so I like that he's going for the weaker ones first. As soon as the V's respond, this GLV is in trouble. He can probably take it out, but it'd be slow, and I'm pretty sure a dozer's going to come out of that command center soon, which will provide repairs.
He should be demo it with his Jarman.
Right, yeah, that's a good point.
Combination.
Yeah. Looks like he was going to go for that, but.
What?
Oh, good play, GenMaster! The preemptive evac, that was such a good play. Wow, that was so baller. Holy hell. Denies another V. That was so quick from GenMaster. Evacs 2 missile defenders, Jarman snipes 1 and the V, and the other one gets back inside. That was smart. Wow.
Okay, that's going to go down, though the Humvees are all coming back. No, maybe we'll survive. Oh, man, if he had a demo Jarman and they're blowing that up, he'd probably finish it off.
Why does it have so much range? Doesn't have Search and Destroy, does it?
Is it because
It's so quick.
Is it because the RPGs have more range than missile defenders?
Maybe, is that right?
I don't know.
Missile defenders do have laser lock, but it's zooming around, dude. Look at this thing.
Oh no!
Oh no! Bait straight into a Demo Rebel ambush as well.
That's a bait V.
Unavoidable. Oh, this is such a good game from Scuba. What a legend.
Now that being said, the Demo Rebel ambush could have been placed a little bit better, but
yeah, it was pretty good.
finally he takes out the supply drop zone
Because
it was kind of on the edge of the Humvees.
Yeah.
It wasn't all of them.
But it was also a Demo Rebel ambush where there was the risk of crushing because the units were moving. So
Yeah,
like
that's
he
true.
actually played
That's
that
true.
pretty well.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you would have just lost them.
Yeah, the crushing risk is always a problem there. That's a hard thing to. As much as we make fun of Demo Rebel ambush, it is a difficult thing to micro. If the V's are moving, there is crush risk there.
No.
The rebels can get crushed. Wow.
I guess it's not as bad as a Toxin Rebel ambush because when they get crushed, they have a little soft detonation, so they're going to do some damage regardless. But yeah, this GLV is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's got vet, so he is repairing himself. Finally blowing up these drop zones. Kind of just by accident that
Yeah.
he just happens to be next to
'cause
them.
the RPGs are all also like vetted now. You can see the red rockets coming out. So. Wow, what a nutty game.
Yeah, you were right, by the way. Like, rather versing your opponent's Emperor Overlord than a GLV, because that's just not fair.
Okay, that could be a tech terror. It could just be a scouting technical. Also a possibility. Maybe it's just baiting over this demo trap. Oh, dude, it's baiting over the demo trap. The demo trap, dude. Oh.
Well, he has detection.
Yeah, but still, I thought they were actually going to try and chase it, the technical, because you can miss that. As active as GenMaster's been in his dodging of demo traps. Okay, we'll see the GLV finally go down. It doesn't look like it.
No, he gets out.
It's platform denied. We'll provide more mobility.
Man, GenMaster has kept trying to get a strat center. It hasn't been able to.
Yeah. And good on Scuba for actually denying that, because that's a huge building for these Vs.
I think Scuba's out of cash, though.
That's why the GLV's been doing so well, because there isn't search and destroy.
Oh,
So
that was 2 Humvees. Now the GLV can finish off the Humvee. Despite having the repair of the ambo, just the veterancy made the difference. Yeah, GenMaster has income, though. And I hear a sneak attack. There it is.
Okay. Oh, it's been spotted, though. What's going to pop out of this? The GLV can't.
Ugh.
And there are Hellfires right over the top of the sneak attack, so it actually gets denied very quickly. It's active work from GenMaster. He scouted that straight away. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty impressed. I'm pretty sure Scuba's all mined out, right? I mean, he must be.
Yeah, there's no money. The only
Is there
income is
anything
going to be
near
his
him?
cash
Like,
bounty.
How are the other suppliers looking? That's what I want to know. Alright, so that one has a bit.
Yeah, there's...
How's
and-
the top left one?
Uh-oh. He's just taking out those drones.
This is the last important unit.
It's actually a fair bit
yeah,
here
there
as
is.
well.
Yeah, but that's the other thing that there hasn't been much. That wasn't completely mined by any means.
Well, this one's going to go down.
So Scuba's in desperate need of more supplies.
I guess the really scary thing about this GLV is that Jarman can snipe an enemy Humvee and then pop back into his own Humvee and then just drive away.
Drive off,
Where
yeah.
normally with a Jarman snipe, if there's not a tunnel nearby, you're vulnerable to just multiple Humvees swarming you. And as long as they have spider ants, they can just gun you down.
I like that GenMaster just pulled back from this location. That's a really good move. Just couldn't fight this GLV, and there's also the fact that I might go for it now. Yeah, so he's met up with the other Vs, so now going for it would make sense, but knows he's in a better position in terms of just gathering supplies and the other positions. So just going for the command center is a good plan.
I want to make a joke, but I don't know what the word is. Like, you know, the name a more iconic trio? What do you call that if there's 6?
Memorable ambush, there it is. It's good. 2 Vs left. They can win this. Pops the Jarman for the other snipe. Oh, beautiful micro from Scuba.
Wow, that's sick. The Humvee survives. All the RPGs survive.
Second GLV. The dream.
Oh, no.
It is. It's the second GLV. Do it to him, RPG. But it's really important they actually grab us these supplies. That's a good play, right? Yeah. Scuba desperately needs those supplies because he needs more RPGs put inside his second GLV. That's an excellent play from Scuba. Should definitely capture this one, 100%. So he needs to snipe down the rest of these ranges and then cap that next V.
Yikes.
Maybe too busy. Maybe he's gonna send another unit to cap it. Could just send a worker. It's probably better than sending an RPG. Scuba's so low on cash.
Yeah, he's plenty of spare workers.
Can't afford to give up an RPG. So that's actually a really good play.
Managed to afford a supply. He would have got a fair bit of cash bounty during that engagement. So he is going to be re-establishing his income. GenMaster going to be de-establishing his base. Another sneak attack.
Just provide safety for this V, so it can just pop back inside if it wants to. Again, you got Jarman snipe into GLV. Like this engagement can't go well.
Whoa, almost lost it.
Jarman could go down
There's
here.
still a spy drone in the air.
I think, Jarman just slipped us back inside the tunnel. That was close.
Yeah, the Jarman can go in either the sneak attack or the Humvee.
The tunnel popping GLV. Okay, doesn't want to jump into this. That's a bad idea, but still. That was a great sneak attack. Got a lot of work done. Plus, it's just buying more time because the longer the GenMaster doesn't look for a good engagement, the more time there is for Memorable Ambush to come off cooldown.
Anthrax bomb as well.
Yeah, it's a good point. Anthrax bomb could be huge.
Now, we haven't seen a lot of of GenMaster's powers, or at least they haven't done a lot. Maybe he'll bomb this supply.
Where's that? Yeah, I mean, the command center did go down. He's rebuilt that one in the top left, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, the A10 should be available. Maybe he's waiting for a level 3. I don't know. Can't really use it on units because it's just this GLV. And, like, what are the chances any of those USA powers are actually going to connect with it? Pretty low.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good Anthrax bomb. I mean, it's just delaying production. Every missile defender that gets built dies. It's cost efficient.
Didn't actually get the dozer though. If that was a little bit more to the left,
Yeah.
I'm guessing he didn't know the dozer was being built.
Wow.
Okay, that's a good demo bike connection. Gets 2 Humvees.
Good play, good play.
GenMaster's actually getting a fair bit of drones as well. He has good vision around the map.
Yeah, I don't know whether there are 2 there. That's interesting, but
Oh.
that's all right. Oh, gets the dozer too. Good deny. It's a good play. Okay, Ambo comes out, so it's going to start cleaning up the toxin, but I don't think GenMaster cancelled the barracks production. A lot of missile defenders have been walking straight into toxin and dying.
Isn't that the crazy thing about 0 Hour is that every Humvee has this much potential.
Yeah.
Every technical
Has this much potential.
has.
yeah.
We're seeing games won and lost by double scrap Vet 3 technicals that just
Yeah.
murder everything. So every unit you build, you think, man, what is this unit going to do? And most of the time, it's just going to suck. Like that Humvee didn't have much of a legacy.
But yeah.
Oh man, he's found these.
Something 1.6. Oh god.
Oh, the A10
he
strike
tried!
misses.
He tried to! That's how crucial the unit is, that you're willing to blow a double A10 on this Humvee just because you can't kill it.
He gets a bit of damage from that bunker or the hut. Nice timing. Gets the power plant. Oh, he may get caught by laser locks.
Laser locks. Oh, go! No! I think it's gonna go down here.
The evacs out. The
Evacs.
RPGs are taking damage. The GLV finally goes down. The Ambo can't get all of the crushes because there was the demolitions ability that was used. Press F to pay respects.
Press F to pay respects.
I would press F to pay respect, but I would fast forward the game.
Did he sneak?
And I don't think
yeah.
people would appreciate that.
I think he was gonna sneak. Oh, dude, it's the hero GLV.
no.
Plus, he saved the pilot, so
Oh.
this is just a reset. It's pretty much the same guy. We can just say the GLV might have gone down, but that was just the carrier for this Vet 3 pilot. And Jarman's back out again now.
How mad would you be if you spend 15 minutes trying to kill this one bloody Humvee and then like, oh, hello, there's another one. Jarman's already been rebuilt. He came from the sneak attack. They may die here though. He actually demoed himself.
Yeah,
I
take
think-
out a V. I think that was worth though,
Yeah.
because it'll let this V trade.
Well, because the spy drones were coming. He had a
Yeah.
spy drone then,
Yeah.
so he certainly would have lost the Jarman had he not done that. Laser locks won't fully get the kill. Like in that previous Humvee engagement, the laser locks only got about 1 or 2 volleys off.
Yeah.
But it was the Humvee follow-up is what killed it. So nice work here from Scuba, keeping the GLV dream alive.
I actually really like that demo job. Not only the fact it was going to go down, but it's just like at this stage of the game, taking out a V is very worth, and it's pretty cost efficient. That's the V with a few missile defenders inside is around the same cost of as Jarman anyway, and Scuba has restarted his economy by farming up this bottom supply.
GenMaster's mined out of his own supply.
Yeah, because
so
that was the one Scuba was at earlier, so it was already
Yeah.
lower. Plus, 4 Chinooks, most efficient Chinooks.
Yeah, 3 Chinooks is probably a very small percent more efficient than 2 Chinooks. Just not enough that it's ever worth building. The same with, I think with the Chinese trucks, there is actually, there is a benefit to having more than 2 trucks, but it's just the diminishing returns are so high that it isn't actually worth it.
If you have proper supply placement in particular.
Yeah.
I think it's worth having 3 if you're bad at building Chinese supplies. At that point, it's worth.
Oh, there it is. Tama Rebel
I think
ambush.
it's just 1 V as well. Oh no, 2 Vs, or a V and an amber.
Certainly with workers, I know at least 5 is what people go for, but you can get a more benefit going for like a 6th worker. So yeah, I think this is going to be GG. I mean, unless a really good leaflet hits. A leaflet's a lot easier to land than an A10.
This is a good fight. Can just take out those 2 missile defenders. Really good play. It's not a work. It doesn't deny the worker though. So this tunnel network's been denied, and it's in a forward position. Oh, that's so smart. Scuba's like playing around the edge of the tunnel network. He needed to deny. Oh, that was so good. Okay.
He can break the laser lock by going inside of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think the main reason is because he wanted
Or by
the Jarman.
jigging around it to
Oh wow,
stop it from
quads!
shooting.
Wow.
What? That's the GG is when Scuba actually starts building GLA units. So.
31 minutes and we're seeing quads for the first time.
God.
It's funny because so many games, quads are the only unit that are built, and then this is the game that we haven't seen like a single quad up until this point.
Yeah, was that fairly shocking to you as well? It's just like quads all of a sudden pop out of these tunnels? Oh, right, this is a GLA vs USA game.
Because he still had his Palace, so he could have gone for a battle bus, but yeah, he definitely wanted the quads. Another GLV ready for the taking.
Yeah, this should be game. I mean, yeah. Well, every second the pilot's still active, GenMaster should just GG out. I'm pretty sure if he misses this next round of General's powers, he will just GG. If the A10 hits, you know, he's got a chance, but a very, very slim one.
Scuba's still mining off of the small boxes.
Oh, snare, cheeky. Jump GenMaster.
Anthrax bomb.
That's
We're getting
good
a
Anthrax.
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
The Pathfinder who was inside of the barracks died. I don't see a Humvee. I don't think there's no Humvees on the field. There's no war factory. All he has is a barracks and a dozer, but the Anthrax is now preventing barracks units from being spawned.
Okay, this is very close to the edge of the map, so the
What?
A10 will be very quick.
The Anthrax is killing himself. The Anthrax actually paid into... actually helped him out.
Yeah.
Because it means he pulled the Humvees back, the Humvee and the quads back, because he was taking damage. And in doing so, he ended up dodging the A10.
Very interesting.
Generals, gentlemen, do not recommend that you Anthrax bomb your own units for the sake of dodging A10s.
So is GenMaster seriously not level 5 yet? That's like a 5-star? That'd be so weird. He mustn't be.
Because all he's done
is double A10.
All he's done is try to kill the Humvee and fail to kill the Humvee. He hasn't actually killed anything. Whereas Scuba's just been constantly taking out Humvees and RPGs. So, I mean, that's one thing about the difference between, say, 0 Hour and, well, we'll say Command and Conquer. The difference between Command and Conquer and Company of Heroes 2 is that in Company of Heroes 2, you gain veterancy when you take damage. It's not as much as when you deal damage, but it means that you don't really ever have much veterancy discrepancies between the two players, whereas with Command and Conquer games, you can, because it's all done off of how many things you kill.
Yeah.
The only time that you really see veterancy discrepancies in Code 2 is if it's to do with light vehicles. So say, you know, one player has all the veterancy on their infantry, the other player has a veterancy on their vehicles, and the vehicles die, and then they got no veterancy.
Good quad play. And Jarman didn't reveal himself as well. I'm pretty sure Scuba knows there are Pathfinders on the field. Oh, what a brutal ending to this game. I mean, it could have been over so much earlier. Had Scuba actually taken out like economy and stuff, but still, then we wouldn't have gotten to see the glory that is a GLV. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. So at this point, I hope we have 15 people that have left us comments saying, actually, the range of an RPG is 0.x% more than Missile Defender, but it has, you know, like the Tank Hunt. Because I'm guessing the Tank Hunt is the worst because it has Horde bonus.
Right.
Or it's the same as Missile Defender because it has laser lock. It makes sense for the RPGs to be better, though you could argue that it doesn't need to be better because they have tunnels and they have
for various other reasons.
They have like technicals, and GLA units are supposed to be weaker because of the mobility of tunnels and such. But anyway, that was a fun game. GenMaster having almost double the supplies collected, but didn't matter.
Not at all. Amazing game from Scuba. That was great. There were so many good plays there. If you're just looking at, even at the start of the game, the distraction tech demos, tech terrors, the distraction tech terrors were amazing. It was just nutty good. That V micro as well. So this is why GLA players need to play USA and China as well. They're the most versatile players because just in case they get a Jarman sniper in one of these units, they need to know how to micro it perfectly. Yeah. Imagine if Scuba had bad V micros. Like, I don't play USA much, man. This is difficult.
Good thing everyone does randoms.
Yeah.
So I remember how earlier we were saying how we should maybe think about doing highlight videos.
Yeah.
And clearly that clip of the GLV that was baiting around the command center with the XPEC and like the demo bias came in, like that's a highlight reel right there.
Reel.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. It's been a blast. If you want to support our content, then you can do so on our Patreon. The links for that is in the description.
Certainly appreciate that. Also, our chrono.gg link is below in the description. If you're after a cool discounted game of the day, check out that link and see what's there. And thank you for joining us.